Yeah, welcome to Conjugal Visits, and we're only allowed to play a snippet of that song due to the rights thing, but we wanted to pay tribute to the passing of Mr. Prince himself, the artist formerly known as Prince, the emblem of Prince, and the idea of Prince, and yeah, he's missed, man. He's going to be missed. Are you are you farting? No. What are you doing? Are you making a mockery of our tribute to Prince? You're a nut bar. That's my partner over there again. I don't know what you're doing, dude. Are you playing with a balloon?
I'm very yes. I played a balloon. There you go. I'm very actually. All kidding aside, I was very devastated by the news. I didn't believe it at first, and I thought people were just messing with me because everybody knows that I'm a big Prince fan, and I was shocked. I didn't even know the guy. They say it's painkillers now. He was taking prescription Percocets or whatever, but who knows the truth? Nobody's gonna know the truth until the autopsy reports come back.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if he indeed, I've been thinking for a while now since it happened that he had supposedly had the flu,
He did,
and
yes.
I had this experience myself. I overdosed on Theraflu,
Mm.
and it attacked my liver and
Right.
shut me down. I was in the hospital for 10 days. It almost killed me. I don't know, man, and I don't want to. From my understanding, he didn't have a drug problem.
Yeah.
It's been he's never had rehab. He's never been in trouble with drugs. He's never been, as a matter of fact, he's fired a few staff members for the use of marijuana.
Yeah, I've never heard of him doing any kind of drugs. And that's the thing is, who knows? Maybe it was all cover. Maybe he was. And
Maybe he
just
was,
like the
yeah.
Michael Jackson thing too.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson didn't do drugs, but he was taking, what is that? What do you take?
Tramadol or whatever the hell it was.
Tramadol. That you go to
Yeah,
sleep. That's a drug. That's a narcotic. I mean,
yeah.
they were these guys take just like Elvis died from narcotics. They died from legal narcotics.
Legal
And
narcotics. Yeah, they were legally murdered by their doctors. I mean, how could they not be? I mean, they should be tried. But listen, I want to bring MJ in because our time is kind of short, and I want to bring
okay,
in MJ and because she was a huge fan as well. So let me bring MJ in. See if she's ready.
yeah. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello. Are you? I'm sorry, I didn't cue you, did I?
You just added me.
I'll get the knack of this producer down real quick, as quickly as I can. But how are you, MJ? Are you
I'm
sad?
doing good. I am sad. It is
Are you?
really, really a sad day. And, well, you know what? It's been a sad year in music, period.
Yeah,
Sure.
it
Because we
sure has.
lost David Bowie and then we lost Lemmy from Motorhead. I mean, just all kinds of awesome people. The guitarist and co founder of the Eagles. I mean, it's just been boom, boom, boom. All these music
Right.
people, like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
So you kind of followed Prince along. Do you ever remember hearing anything about a drug problem with Prince?
I haven't heard anything. Well, you know what though? I'm not one to watch Entertainment Tonight or
TMZ.
or TMZ. I mean, lately, what I've been reading in the news is apparently that he had some kind of hip surgery, something wrong with his hip, some kind of surgery he had a couple years ago, which caused
Mm.
him chronic pain.
True.
And
True.
according
Okay.
to sources, that he was addicted or had been taking Percocet, possibly.
Okay. Okay. Which is a
So,
which, which is, I mean, it's relatively mild. I mean, Percocet is not really that. Is it? I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
well, there's a lot of people that have died from it.
Yeah, overdose.
It depends on what the strength is. The strength of the pill, how many you've taken, what you drank.
And it also depends if you mix it with things like Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger, I believe, took Percocet and an over-the-counter cough medicine.
Yeah.
Or something, and it just wasn't it didn't mix right, so.
And it killed him.
And it killed him, so.
And I think this was an accident. I don't believe it was a intentional overdose. And and Percocet has a lot of Tylenol in it. It has acetaminophen. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it's got that Tylenol component in it. And a lot of people, Tylenol will kill you if you don't use it right.
That's acetaminophen, buddy.
Yeah, acetaminophen. Thank you, Doctor Guido.
Well, Tylenol can affect your liver if you take too many.
Yeah,
but
it shut mine down. Yeah,
narcos are really bad, and people get addicted to them. You take any kind of Percocet or what is the other popular one? Oxycontin.
Oxycontin.
Yeah. All those things become very addictive because if you're suffering from I suffer from chronic pain.
Right.
And it's the reason why I smoke marijuana because I don't do pills. I'm the type of person, if I take Vicodin, I get really sick to my stomach and I can't handle it. Yeah. And I don't like feeling like I'm not in control of my body. And these pills are pretty heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, they will knock you down. That's why I avoid them at all costs. They will just make you a zombie.
No comment on the question.
Yeah, they'll make you a freaking zombie. Well, hey, listen.
You can become reliable on them and become addicted.
Yeah.
And it's a problem, and a lot of people are affected by it.
Well, let's go to the positive end of Prince. And you listeners out there, if you missed the Super Bowl when he performed at the Super Bowl, I'm telling you right now, it was a driving rain that night when he did the Super Bowl show, and it was phenomenal, just phenomenal.
Well, he's always been known to he wants to outdo people. Like when he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame the same time George Harrison was. Now George Harrison's induction overshadowed him a little bit because of Harrison just dying a year before. Well, when Prince came out to do the tribute with Jeff Lynne and Tom Petty to George Harrison play "My Sweet Lord" or not "My Sweet Lord," "While I Get the Gently Weeps." It's played probably the greatest piece of rock guitarist ever played on a lot, and stole the whole entire show.
Well, he was amazing. You know that the very first album that he ever put out was all him. He played all his instruments. Mm-hmm. He sang, he wrote, he did everything.
Let's not forget about songs he wrote for other people, too.
Exactly. I didn't even know that. I love Sinead O'Connor, and I love, Nothing Compares to You. I had no idea that Prince had written the lyrics for that song.
He did, yep.
And that's pretty freaking amazing. He was an amazing, talented artist.
He wrote Manic Monday for the Bangles.
Yes,
too.
he did. Yes, he did. And it's truly a big loss. And it trips me out because you never think that someone in their 50s could die. I mean, that's really young.
Yeah, that's very young.
Unhealthy. He didn't look.
No, he didn't look sick.
Nothing.
They were talking about his last show that he did, and he had a phenomenal show. They said his last show that he did, he was on tour, and they said his last show was phenomenal. Yeah, I mean,
it was. I saw snippets of it on YouTube, and he sounded amazing.
Yeah.
And anybody that got to see him was pretty much blessed. And I pray for his soul, and I pray that he's at peace because I don't think he was ready to die. I think it was honestly, if it turns out to be drugs, I'm going to go with he didn't mean to do it. He was just addicted, maybe took too many, or took something that mixed wrong with it.
Yeah.
And freak accidents happen, and it's a shame because same with him and Michael Jackson too. Lost two great talents over stupid mistakes or stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like you said, we're not. If it was like Keith Richards or something, you'd be like, oh Jesus Christ, it's about time. Because these guys do drugs and all this, but it's not. No.
Right.
Had fired people from entourage for smoking dope and doing drugs. So I don't think it's a case of, but is it, here's another, it's flipped to the whole spectrum that goes to this. It's a legal drug. Elvis Presley always claimed he didn't do drugs, but he died because of prescription drugs. Mm-hmm. Same with Prince. Is that what people are doing, saying, I don't do drugs, these are all prescribed to me?
Well, I guess so. I mean, I say I don't do drugs and I smoke marijuana, but because it alters your brain, people consider it a drug. I think it's a plant.
You think it's a
Right.
plant?
Yeah, I smoke a plant. That's basically it. It grows from the ground. I dry it up and I twist it and I smoke it. That's it. There's no chemicals added to it. No,
Right, right,
like meth or something. Like that's horrible.
right. Well, you think that even the thought of getting busted on the road. I mean, when you think about that, I mean, I think he had justifiable cause to do what he did. Mainly because, look, you get busted for weed on the road, and then your name is in the paper like you had something to do with it, and you didn't.
Yeah.
You know, and by golly, it's just he was thinking, hey, let's take care of this, man, because if I get busted on the road, then it's all in the papers, and I don't sell tickets that way. And I don't
Yeah.
sell albums that way. And I think he made the right move as far as that goes. I really do.
I think what happened is, in all honesty, I think he died because he was exhausted. He overworked himself. He pushed himself when he should have been resting.
Right.
And I think he did mix his drugs.
You think
And
he
I
did?
think, yeah, and I think it's possible he had an addiction to pain medicine. And it happens all the time. I mean, if you suffer from chronic pain and your pain is just killing you and it's so bad, of course you're going to keep popping the pills. Eventually, though, those pills are going to get you. So if there's a listener out there right now and you suffer from dependency on pills, I do suggest to get some help. Oh, I'm booting.
No, you're not booting. You're fine.
Oh, I thought I was booting, but yeah,
No, you're fine.
definitely go. If you feel like you have a dependency and you need help, get help.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to die. I don't want anybody to die. I mean, that's some scary shit that you could just take one pill and maybe mix it with a certain cough medicine or allergy medicine and you won't wake up the next morning.
Yeah. That's true. It
That
happens.
is so scary and it happens every day. So I hope that brings awareness and I hope that people that feel like they have a dependency problem, go get the help that you need so
Right.
that you could feel better. There's other ways to manage pain
Oh,
than
very
popping
good.
pills.
There
That's
is another. There is another public service message from KGFRocks.com.
Yeah. I think we lost Guido.
I think we did too. I don't know where he went.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
don't. I don't know where he went.
Because I grew up listening to Prince. I don't know about you, but as a kid growing up, that's all we listened to. And I remember my brother would put on his records and we would just dance. And I don't
Yeah.
think there's one bad song that Prince ever made. All
Right.
his songs are good. Every single one of them.
Right. Yeah, no, all, a lot of 'em- I mean, there's some funk there. There's some stuff that I'm not really into, but
Mm-hmm.
I think that I mean, some of his stuff besides the hits was really good.
It
And you
was.
go on to the B sides with them and with Prince, and you find out that he was a little bit deeper than that. And how many Emmys did he win? I don't even know. I mean,
I don't know, but I know that he's number
seven,
one right now, man. He's
maybe
getting good.
seven.
And you know what? Out of all the artists out there, I think he's the most protected. You
Right,
cannot go onto YouTube and find any of his music to try to download it or anything. Like he's so protected.
right.
And that's why, to be honest, I don't even know if we'll really find out what really happened because he was a very private man and
Right.
he had a good PR guy who kept his shit under wraps.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And that always helps. When you got the right people around you, I guess, that really helps you. Hopefully, it helped him enough to where he didn't lose control of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe
I
he,
hope not.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. They buried him today, didn't they? Didn't they do the funeral
I
today?
believe, yeah, I believe they cremated his remains,
Okay.
and they had a private ceremony for the immediate family yesterday, and they're talking about doing a memorial service for like the rest of the people in a couple weeks.
Right. Right.
So,
Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean,
and it should take about 6 weeks to find out what happened.
we lost Guido. I'm all by
We
myself
did.
here. Yeah, that
And I
sucks.
want to know what happened. Like, I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, why do people want to, know?" Or because we want to know.
Right.
Because like, how do we know that he wasn't murdered? I mean, we don't know.
Well, and I can't stand it. I mean, what really bothers me is he wasn't even cold yet, and we had a lot of folks just dissing him really bad without really knowing who the artist really was. I mean,
Yeah,
seriously, I mean, this guy came from nothing. His
he did.
family was a dysfunctional family, and he stood up to the big record companies and say, "Okay, fine, you want that? You can have all the songs you want, man. I'll just change my fucking name." I mean, who does
He
that
did.
shit?
Yeah, he did.
I'll just change my friggin' name and I'll make my own music. You can have all that crap that I did before. I've been there, done that.
Yeah,
Now,
no, he did.
he really did.
He didn't want to be a slave to the music industry, and
Man,
the music
man,
industry just kills you.
yeah,
I feel really bad for all those people because it can't be easy to be in the public eye like that.
no, it can't be.
You don't
Uh,
have a life, so
you don't have any kind of life. And
no.
our guest coming up, I understand he's got quite a life going on.
Oh, I heard about this one. It is going to be the drummer, right?
Drummer from yeah.
For
It's gonna be
King
Matt Thompson.
Diamond.
Yeah, and it's gonna be Matt Thompson, and he's been with King Diamond for about 16 years now, and they're getting ready to go on a European tour. So this is gonna be really a big night for us here at KGFRocks.com and with conjugal visits. I mean, every show is good, but
Yeah. They got someone kind of famous. I mean, everyone
yeah,
knows who King Diamond is.
yeah,
Me
yeah,
personally, the man scares the shit out of me.
yeah,
He scares the shit out of me because I have really bad experience with his music as a teenager, and
yeah.
I don't know. But the man is very talented and has a beautiful voice. And the band itself plays really like they're metal, and I love metal, and they're good. But
Yeah, yeah,
the
they're a
whole
lot of
that
fun.
thing, no, thank you.
No, thank you. What's that now?
The whole devil thing.
Oh, the whole devil worship thing? Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I'm not into that either.
maybe that's a question you can ask the guy.
Yeah,
Does he really worship the devil, or is it just all like show?
yeah, no, you know what? We're gonna find out what's behind the mask tonight. I think.
I think that would be really cool. Does he really worship the devil? And yeah, because I had a really bad, scary experience with one of the songs
Yeah,
that he performed, and we were listening to it one night, playing the Ouija. Okay, granted, I should have been playing with the Ouija board. You do this as a teenager when you have a sleepover.
right.
And we were playing the Ouija board and listening to King Diamond at the same time. It was that one song, two little girls with dirty fingers playing on a witch's ground song. And it
Yeah,
has like a really, really haunting melody. Like it's a creepy ass melody. And
right.
I remember my friends were playing with the Ouija board. I didn't want to touch it, and I was on the phone talking to a friend while the music was playing. And all of a sudden, you heard this like evil laugh that went through the speakers, like through the song, and it went through the telephone. Like the person that I was talking to had heard it,
Yeah,
and it was like ha 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 ha, like just a really creepy, fucked up laugh. And
that's
it
scary,
scared,
ain't it?
oh my god, it scared the shit out of me. And then the Ouija board had levitated up in the air, and
God.
then the girls got scared. Oh, never again. And I couldn't get that freaking song out of my head for like 3 days after that. And I decided I was never gonna listen to King Diamond again because that shit just scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, nice.
And I wasn't stoned.
You weren't stoned. You
No,
sure? You sure you weren't
no,
stoned?
I hadn't tried weed yet. I was only like maybe 15.
And you're listening to King Diamond and playing the Ouija board?
Yeah, like dumb, like a dummy, because my friends were all into it.
You sure you weren't smoking more than weed?
I wasn't smoking. You know, I don't even think we were drinking yet.
I remember sitting in the basement one time, and we had this real goofy guy over, and we were sitting in the basement getting high, and had the black lights on, and all the music was playing, right, and he's sitting there, and he goes, "Wow, I ain't never felt like this before," and it was on from then on, man. The guy was tore out of frame. It was his first time, and it was quite an experience to watch
Wow.
someone for their first time get high. And I look back on that. Now we're still friends. We still talk back and forth. but he turned out to be pretty cool after that. I mean, you know how that changes you being a part of a group that does that. And I think being a part of the Prince group changed that too for a lot of lives.
Oh
And
yeah.
you know, the movie was poorly produced. I mean, it was poorly produced. Purple Rain. But I'll tell you
Oh,
what,
it's
the
still a
music, the live,
classic.
the live scenes were just brilliant.
It's a classic. Speaking of which, if you check your local listings, your local theaters, a lot of them, I know AMC, what is it, AMC Theaters is showing Purple Rain in
Oh,
theaters.
really?
You
In
can actually
theaters?
go see it.
Oh, nice. Maybe
I'm
on
gonna
the
So
big
make
if you're
screen.
interested-
I'm gonna make a porno movie called Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
no, but if you're
Purple
interested,
spray, purple
Purple
spray.
spray. Yeah, purple
Purple
spray.
spray.
Yes, purple splooge. Yeah.
But you got to understand when Prince came out too, like in the '80s, there with Purple Rain and that he was one of the only ones to challenge Michael Jackson for that
yeah, he was.
R&B pop, crown.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
You know, and he never claimed to be. You know, that was another thing I think about Prince is that he was very humble as an artist, and he was very quiet, and he wasn't. I don't think he boasted about himself.
Never.
You know, and he was who he was, and he didn't give a fuck what anybody like thought about him, which I admire.
And he played basketball in his high heel boots.
He did. He didn't give a fuck, and he dressed the way he did, and he had the most beautiful women. Was married to the most beautiful women.
Yeah.
He just, I think he just went through a lot of shit. You know that he had he lost a baby. He had a son that died like right after birth, and I think that was really hard on him and his wife, and why they split up. And he's gone through hella shit.
Right.
So I picture him now in heaven, probably rocking it out with everyone else who's up there, and he's reunited with his son, and he's probably good. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he'll
my
be okay.
condolences and prayers to
Now think about this for a minute. Someone's going to open that friggin' vault with all that music in there that never got produced, never got, it was just samples of songs. How long before the first one is released? What do you think, Guido?
A couple.
I,
I don't even think before the summer comes. I think it'll be out by the summer.
yeah, me too.
You think so?
Hey, Prince
think?
is one of these musicians that there's known facts that he's got albums worth of material where he'll go in the studio to make his next album. He'll make it, say, produce it, mix it, everything, and say, I don't fucking like it, and throw it back in the vault and go record a whole new album.
Yeah, he
Right.
was like Tupac in that sense. He was always in the studio. I mean, he died
Yeah.
in the studio.
Yeah, well, he died trying to get out of the studio. He died in the
Yeah.
elevator. And if you listen to Let's Go Crazy, he talks about being stuck in an elevator. Now, how crazy is that? That's just
Okay, that is kind of ironic.
And then check this shit out. Check this shit
Don't
out.
let the elevator break you down.
Yeah, and me and Guido were sitting here the day he died, and neither one of us knew that Prince had died. Neither one of us knew. And Purple Rain came on KGF Rocks, and it played, and it was weird because it never plays. It sits in the back, and it played. Well, less than 2 hours later, we both knew that Prince was gone. And it just seemed like, wow, that's a trip.
And I cried.
Yeah,
I cried too.
Did
My
you cry,
first-
man? Did you cry?
I
Oh,
should.
you big
I'm
pussy.
telling you, he's like you
He's a
don't get-
big impact in your life. Like,
Now here's the thing about Prince. He's up in heaven. Okay, he can go freaking sit with Michael Jackson and the R&B guys, and then walk over and sit with Jimi Hendrix and play with him.
yeah.
There's not too many people that can
That can
play
do that.
to do that. And this Prince is always seen as, oh, he's a pop star. He's this. No, if you listen to some of his
He's a
stuff, like
rock
if you
star.
listen to Prince, the second album, it's called Prince. His first album's not Prince, but his second album is. There's a song on there called Bambi, and it's a rockin' fucking tune. I mean, he always had touches of rock. Purple Rain's a rock album. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Yeah, I think so too. And you know what? He could slay that. I mean, if you didn't see the video when for the induction, the Hall of Fame induction, when they did "While My Guitar Silent Weeps," the guitar solo in that, Jeff Lynne was just in awe of what he did with that fucking guitar, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
He was really
the look on
awesome.
his face. Yeah, it was really awesome.
And okay, I kind of get a little irritated and mad at people that I hate when people make such a big deal about when a celebrity dies. Like, why are you posting about it? Blah, blah, blah. Right. And it's like, I get that you don't understand that, we never met. And some people don't get to meet their artists that they like.
Right.
You never get to meet them, but their music becomes part of your life. Right. If you close your eyes and you hear a specific song, it can take you back to a memory, to a time where you had a good time that meant something to you.
I know. Every time I hear the Divinyls, I touch myself. I remember when I was in, fifth grade.
First time,
right? The first time jerking off, and that's a fucking awesome memory. That was the first time that you realized that you felt good touching yourself. You know?
Oh, yeah.
What Mom said was all bullshit.
and Mom, I still don't wear glasses.
Yeah, well, I can't say I don't, so.
About feeling, man, and how music can make you feel and how it can take you back to a time where memories.
Oh, yeah, it's just surprising. I was after this one chick when I was in high school, and she put me off, and suddenly we were at a party, and Kashmir came on the radio. Everybody was listening to Kashmir, and everybody was passing a doobie, and next thing I know, man, I got what I wanted.
See?
Yeah, because she was passed out.
Music,
Kashmir.
No, I didn't pass out.
One, right?
She didn't pass out either. Fuck you, Guido.
Think of that good time.
Yeah, it was a good time.
She didn't know what was happening.
What are you talking about? Well, listen, we're about out of time. I need to bring Matt in, and I'm going to bring him in. MJ, do you want to stay or do you want to go, hon?
I'm going to go because I need to go catch some dinner, but I hope that you guys have lots of fun.
Okay, we will.
And,
we will.
Yeah, just have a good time and rock it.
Okay, babe. Well, thanks for joining us. It's always a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, MJ 420. There, right there, man. Right there. Thank you so much. Yeah.
You guys have a good night and thank you. I had fun.
Okay, MJ, thanks for joining us, okay? You have a good night.
You too. Bye, listeners.
Bye-bye. All right, she's awesome. Well, we're going to come back. What I'm going to do, Guido, is I'm going to play Abigail from King Diamond. I'm going to play that up front. And then
how long is that song? Do I have time to diddle?
Yeah, you got time to take a leak. It's 4 minutes and 51 seconds long, everybody. So if you need to piddle or if you want to sit and rock out to this awesome fucking song from King Diamond, right here on Conjugal Visits, this is KGFRocks.com. Yeah, kick ass, man. That's Abigail. Abigail and King Diamond right here. Oh, man, that's a kick ass song. I love that song. Anyway, so what's going on, man? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Thompson is with us, drummer from King Diamond and many, many other bands. And we're going to delve into that a little bit. We're going to delve into that later on in the show, during the show. Matt, how the hell are you, man?
Oh, man, I'm pretty good. Thank you. How are you?
Good. Good. I'm doing pretty damn good. We got guests like you on our show. We can't miss, man. Awesome. Thanks for joining us tonight. And this is my friend over here. He's from Buffalo, New York. And this is my friend Guido.
Hello.
Hello, Guido.
Well, welcome to our show. And you know what? It's kind of cool because I'm a big metal fan. And I know King Diamond has influenced so many people. And Merciful Fate, when he was in that, I mean, that was great too. Very influential band. You got yourself a pretty good gig here, and that's you've been there doing it a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, 15 years. It'll be 16, I think, pretty soon.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's how's Mr. Diamond treat? That sounds like Neil Diamond. I can't say that. How does he treat you? Is he cool? Is he cool dude?
Yeah, he is a cool dude, man. It's a good gig to have. Absolutely.
And he being so influential, I'm sure you guys everywhere you go. I mean, it's just the same no matter what country you're in. His popularity is everywhere.
Yeah, every country that we've been to so far. Yeah, we haven't had any weak shows. That's for sure.
Well, that's good. Have you found any country to be better on the metal scene than others?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, because America's not
Greece. Okay, Greece comes to mind as being completely insane.
Yep.
You know, they're nuts. Russia is crazy.
Yeah, that vodka gets you going, man. That vodka will get them rocking out. I understand you guys are getting ready to go on a European tour. Is that right?
Yeah, we're going to do 8 shows in Europe this summer.
Oh, cool. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Is there one country over another that you'd like to go visit again? What was more fun for you? Was it like Amsterdam or what was it?
Love Amsterdam.
Well, I don't know. Different countries for different reasons. I like to go north. You know, I like it where it's cold.
You like?
Really?
It's real civilized. Yeah, it's civilized up there. Good food. I don't know. I like heading north. I don't like being too hot. You know.
So do you like to play like? Do you like going to other countries, or do you rather to play in the States more?
I like both, man. I like both. I'm ready to get back to Europe because we just did 3 tours of the U.S. in a row.
Oh, okay.
So I wouldn't say I'm sick of it, but it's been a lot, you know.
Oh, it's nice. It's a good chance to see something different now. And
yeah,
you guys are playing fests, a couple big festivals this year too. I heard.
We're doing a few. Yeah, I think the biggest we're doing is Hellfest, and we're going to do Copenhagen, which is good, and then Rockfest in Barcelona. I guess is a pretty big one. And then we're also doing Grass Pop this year. Yeah, that's big. Pretty big. Excuse me. Yeah.
I like the festivals because you know what, it gets a variety of bands out there, and I know you guys played with some really good newer bands like the Dillinger Escape Plan and some other guys. How do you feel the music the guys coming out today are as is maybe just even 15 years ago when you started with King Diamond?
Well, first of all, you know, on these big festivals, there will be like 40 bands on some of them, you know, so I don't even know all the ones we're playing with. Right. I get to see like 2 or 3, maybe, 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 at the most. Because usually we roll in, you know, and then we're there for the day, and then we play and then go that night, you know. But as far as like some of the new music that's coming up like today, you know, I think it's wide open, man. I think that there's more music out there than there ever was, you know, obviously, and a lot of it's amazing, you know. There's music out there that's totally amazing, and there's music out there that's pretty boring, and everything in between.
Yeah, now's the time not to be boring in music. Now's the time to actually be good, you know. And that's the thing too, is with the social medias and all that, your music can get out there in a second. You know, for what may have taken months and weeks to promote a single, you can get it out to the masses if you're really popular in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, you know, I'm having a hard time seeing it as like the death of the music industry or anything like that. I think that there's pros and cons to what's been happening with the digital revolution. Mm-hmm. And one of the pros is that everybody can get exposure. You know, everybody's on an equal playing field now. And it has more to do with ability, you know, on a certain level. You know, it has more to do with ability than bull, you know, like back in like, I don't know, like the 70s and 80s, you know, it seemed like payola and there was a few people who had control over it, and they would pick a few bands and they would get to be, you know, rich rock stars, and everybody, and they had their music pushed in everybody's face, and that's what you listen to. You know, now it's just everybody can be a musician. You know,
right? Well, that's what we.
And
say
if it's good, you'll get hits.
Well, that's what we're saying too. Now you got a choice. Now you have a choice as a listener on what direction to listen. Because before, like when I was growing up in that and MTV generation, like you said, what was on is what you listened to. And now I can go on wherever ever and find music that I probably would have never heard before, and I love it. I've been a music connoisseur forever and a musician and whatever, but I love the fact that I can find anything in the world and listen to it. But I still go to shows.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
And then I love to go to shows.
I lament the end of hi-fis, high fidelity, but that's available still for people who really want it, and are willing to pay for it.
Right.
But yeah, the catalog of stuff that you can listen to and investigate is huge compared to before.
Oh, it is. I mean, you could spend hours, I used to spend hours in the record store. Now I spend hours on the internet finding music. I mean, it's still the same thing, but I don't have to leave and I buy the music. I'm not one of those people that steal or whatever, but I can listen to this music before I have the opportunity to buy it, which makes a big difference.
Pros and cons,
right? Pros and cons, because you definitely could have a album that's some artists out there sold a lot of records that should have, because like the payolas and all that. There's bands out there to this day I say, why the hell were they famous? Don't know.
Right. That's right. But then a lot of great musicians did get rewarded, and when these musicians got really, really rich, they had huge budgets to put on amazing shows.
Yeah,
like Rush with their lasers and
okay, it's that time of the show. We're going to ask you now. We know that your parents were musically inclined, and your mother played violin. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, and your dad was blues, or was it more jazz? He was jazz fusion, wasn't he?
He was jazz and classical. They met at Peabody Institute, which is the music wing, the music conservatory in Johns Hopkins in Baltimore. And so he was classically and jazz trained, but he ended up going into the engineering field. He was an engineer at NPR for 25 years, but he still plays piano like 4 hours a day.
Oh, okay. Okay, so your dad, your mom were big influences on you musically. I mean, you know what? Everybody, music is hereditary. Trust me. No one in my family is musically inclined, and it shows in me. Okay, so I can't sing, I can't dance, and I certainly can't play an instrument. So that leaves me completely out. But beyond that, as you got past that, who were some of your bigger influences, drummer-wise?
It's a huge list, man. It's too big. We'll be here all night.
All right, just pick one out of the air. I don't care who it was. What was your first real concert that really turned your head? Was it Rush?
There were things leading up to Rush. Yeah, the answer is Rush, but it's more complicated than that. The first concert, I saw classical concerts and jazz as a little kid.
Right.
But nothing was as mind blowing as the Rush concert when I was 12.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, Neil Peart will definitely turn your head.
It's not a bad drummer to admire. That's
for sure. So that we got it on the record tonight, Matt. It's not Kiss, right?
What, my influence is Kiss?
Yeah. No. Okay. Yay! I won one finally.
Well, we had this bet going on, and I'm a big Kiss fan, and every week, except for 2 times tonight, and one other night, everybody has mentioned Kiss as one of their influences.
All right. Well, let me say something, man. Okay, I'll say Kiss is not one of my influences, but they are in a certain respect because they were definitely they were in my musical universe growing up, as they were in everybody's. So I knew who Peter Criss was, and I knew a few of their songs, and so certainly it influenced me on some level.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, there you go. So I win too. But as far as Kiss's influence with Peter Criss, as myself, I was influenced by Ace Frehley to play guitar, and just like Ace Frehley, I didn't turn out too good. So maybe it's a good thing you didn't go to Peter Criss and you went to Neil Peart, because you're a much better drummer now. I'll say that. But because
well, I don't know. I don't know, man. I take his job.
Yeah, I took his job too. I would take really makeup on.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
And that's a thing too.
No, the drummer who's playing with Kiss now, man, he's awesome, dude.
Eric
He's
Singer?
totally amazing. Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah, Eric Singer.
And it's a fantastic. That's like a professional organization if I ever saw one, man. Kiss is like.
And, and
you gotta
Tommy
respect
Thayer,
it, even if you don't.
Tommy Thayer, the guy who took over for Ace. If you go see them now, and Tommy Thayer plays, he plays identically to what's on the record. It's so fucking amazing. I mean, it's like when you go see Ace Frehley, it's like I think he just played Love Gun. Yeah. But when you go see Tommy Thayer play it, you know what song it is. It's like great because he's he's well trained and he knows Ace Frehley's. Matter of fact, when Ace Frehley came back for the first reunion tour, Tommy Thayer was working for Kiss. He had to teach Ace Frehley the solos, his own songs. That's crazy. But
color me shocked.
Color me shocked. Color me shocked. Yeah. Well, Matt, let me ask you this, man. You've been doing this with King Diamond now for going on 16 years now. When you go out there on stage with a huge audience out there in front of you, does that audience feed you guys up on stage?
Yes.
Okay, so you know right away when you come out there that things are going to just kick ass, right?
Yeah. No, I've never. I've only played maybe 3 shows with King where I perceived the audience being kind of weak.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully it wasn't
but a couple
in
of
St.
those
Louis.
times. No.
Okay.
You know what, man? St. Louis. Pops.
Yeah. Pops.
Okay. Well, first of all, the last time we played in St. Louis. The last time we played was an amphitheater. But the last time we did a club tour, of the U.S., we played in St. Louis. And do you know about a hotel that's got like a moon in the bar on the roof bar? It's like a sci-fi motel with like a space travel theme.
No, you know what? I think I do know about it. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but it sounds familiar to me. Did you guys stay there?
Yeah, we stayed there, and the venue was right down the street, man. Apparently there's some guy who's kind of like a Richard Branson type, and he built a street, basically. He built a venue, and he built some condos, and he built a hotel, and he built a couple bars.
Yeah.
And he kind of like made this street in his,
I'm gonna have to look this guy. I'm gonna have to look this guy up now. I gotta go check this shit out. That might be fun. Get a buzz and go down there and check that out.
Man, I don't remember the name of the venue we played at there, but if you look at the venue we played in St. Louis in 2014, it's on that street.
Okay. I'll figure that out. I will definitely figure that out because that sounds like a place I ought to be. So that's for sure. So you still get that? Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. How long have you guys had this radio show?
Go ahead, Guido. Tell them.
We've had a couple incarnations of it. It's been about 3 years, and we kept having partners that were total douchebags. So we started off with 3, and now we got 2. But this incarnation of it has been over. This is the 23rd show on this new medium, but we do have 3 years of followers. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's it's more or less internet radio is so tough because there's a lot of us out there, but we're one of the only stations that do signed artists, and we also do independent artists like crazy because we believe that hidden gems out there and we want to help it come out.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, and that's what we are. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this: I pushed the stream button and I got Don Henley. Did you guys play Don Henley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don Henley. See, wait. Now that's the radio. You're underneath that player. See, underneath it.
See where it says live.
Well, no, I'm outside on my porch right now, so I can't really.
Yeah. We play Don Henley. We play everything. What we do is we play any kind of music that's rock from '66 to 2016. So if you listen to us, you'll hear in an hour, where you can hear Megadeth, you can hear Frank Zappa, you can hear Quiet Riot, and you can hear Motley Crue, and then you can hear Volbeat and King Diamond and Iron Maiden and the Beatles. But it all kind of works together. It really does.
It does work, and
it sounds like a terrible business model.
It does sound like one. but it works.
It works.
Just kidding, man. I'm kidding. Yeah.
Well, we had tried to mix it up mainly because we want to bring in your fans along with fans of the other bands too, and of course, every once in a while, a classic rock song's not bad, but to beat you over the head with nothing but classic rock is just not right.
And we got artists too, like Mike LaPond from Symphony X has come on, and he's a fan of ours. Tommy Gibbons from Tantric. I mean, we get independent artists too. So we kind of mix it up, which is kind of cool, and we're hoping that one day we can find that next artist that nobody's found. You know what I mean? And have them on this program.
Yeah, we'd love to do that as well. But having you on the show is just another step forward for us, and we're glad you're on.
Oh, man, the pleasure is all mine.
Yeah. Well, listen, I mean, back to the hot seat for you, man. All right. When was the last time you were on the road and got into trouble, man? Come on, share.
What kind of trouble?
Oh, any kind of trouble. Just
2006.
2006. What happened in 2006, Matt? What's going on, man? What can we do to help, man?
Yeah.
So, what's the secret passwords for next question?
Secret password. For next question. Okay, I understand. And let me ask you: are you married?
I'm engaged. Actually, I got engaged last week.
Oh, congratulations, man! Wow, bravo, man!
Thank you very much.
Congratulations! That's awesome, man.
You took the plunge. That's great. I did it for 22 years now, I think, and it's pretty cool because I married my best friend right out of high school. So, and
what's his name?
Yeah, it's Jack.
Jack.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna be sorry. This is the conjugal business, man. Hey, listen,
don't apologize, man.
That's the first. This is the first guest that actually gets it because let me tell you something, dude. We had a national comedian on here this one time, and I made a joke and he got fucking insulted and was pissed off.
Yeah.
And he was talking about meeting this lady in the supermarket, and he was buying salad or something, and I said, well, maybe she wanted to toss her salad. He's like, well, no, she was my friend's wife. I'm like, oh my God, sorry, dude.
Sorry, dude.
Oh, wow.
But
where was he from? Who is this?
I don't really want to say his name, but
Where he was from?
He's from the Midwest. I think he's Indiana. Yeah, Indiana, something like that. But he was, and we tried to get him to play along, and he just wouldn't play along. And it's this boring conversation. We've got a comedian. Come on, man, share one of your bits, something. Give us a morsel of something,
Tell a joke.
Yeah, something. We're trying to pull teeth here, man. So it was kind of ridiculous. It was a lot of fun. I mean, but at the same time, the show didn't do too well with us. But that's in the past. It's in our archives. If you ever want to listen to it, please don't. Not that show anyway. But we've had some pretty good shows, and we enjoy doing it with the newer artists and with the artists that have been around for decades. It doesn't matter to us. If you're willing to talk with us, we're willing to have you on our show.
In our program too, we also have one of our DJs is a nationally signed artist. He's in the metal band Conquest, and our bass player, Boyer. He's our Monday night DJ on our station. He does the Metal Enema show, and I'm sure
Metal Enema.
Metal Enema show, yeah. And he does. He plays a lot of King Diamond and Merciful Fate and stuff like that. So,
yeah, he's really good. But anyway, back to you, man. So you're going to Europe.
Yeah, let's talk about me.
Yeah, let's talk about you, man. Let's talk about you, dude. Is there anything new coming from King Diamond or any of the other bands? I know Shoal Death Squad is with you, and what's coming new, man? What's going to be in 2016? Besides
okay,
the
man.
tour?
Here's what's coming.
Okay.
Besides the tour, well, you got me.
Really? Nothing?
No, I'm just kidding, man. No, we're concentrating on the tour right now. With King, there's an album in the works, and there's a DVD in the works, and that's as far as I know. Right now, I'm giving 100% into being ready for this tour. Shaolin Death Squad just released a new EP, which is called As You Become Us, and it's on Do For It Records. We do a cover of Death on Two Legs by Queen, and I think that's the one I sent you to play.
Yeah, I'll be playing that here in a little bit.
So Shaolin, we just did 3 shows. You know, it was the first time we played in a couple of years because I've been on tour for 2 years with King. We've been kind of touring nonstop, which is awesome, you know. And Shaolin is very gracious in their patience, you know, waiting for me. They did a couple gigs while I was gone. I have a student who filled in for me and did an awesome job, man. Anyway, yeah, so I think Shaolin, we're going to start working on new music too because we already have about 2 CDs worth of new material written.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
You know,
excellent. Now, do you plan next when the King decides to take a break from the road, which it seems like he's tireless, but when he decides to take it, and they do that when you guys do that new album, are you going to take that on tour?
The new album, yeah, that would. As far as I know, that's the plan. We would make a new album, and then tour for that. And then I know he's signed for 3 new albums with Metal Blade. So you know, I mean, the future looms bright for all involved.
Excellent. Excellent. That's always good. That's always good news, right? I mean, that's always that always feels good to know that you've got something on the horizon that you're working for.
Yeah, always, man. Yeah, always.
Yeah. You know what's cool though is you're playing in a band. The guy in that band had a lot to do to influence bands like Metallica and Megadeth and stuff like that. I mean, have you ever met any of those?
That's right.
Have you ever met any of those dudes?
You know, it's fucking crazy, man. I met a lot of like my heroes, and just kind of casually in the same room with them, and these guys come unglued around King, man. You know, like people that are the major players in heavy metal music. You put them in a room with King, and they wet their pants, man, and they become My Little Pony.
I know it's amazing. Yeah, because I mean James Hetfield. King Diamond had a huge influence on Metallica. I mean, I remember the first time.
Well, they're more like, they're more like equal friends, I think. You know, like Metallica and King. They're like old buddies, you know, because Lars is originally from Denmark, and I think that they were hanging out a lot when Metallica was over there making like Ride the Lightning and stuff like that. You know, I'm not totally clear on all that. There's a lot of stories, you know.
Oh, I'm sure he's got a lot of stories to tell. Yeah, I'm sure the King has many stories to tell, and he's just. I mean, it's like he always sounds the same. He doesn't look like he ages or anything. It's amazing. Good for him, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, he's been out forever. I mean, since the 70s, correct?
Yeah,
man. I gotta think that he's done hundreds of fucking tours, of tours. Yeah, thousands of shows. You know, he's done a lot, man.
He knows how to put on a show too, man. I mean, it's a quality show, right, Matt?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. He's a pro through and through, man. He gives the crowd their money's worth. Yeah. I think the proof is in the reviews from the last since the comeback. You know, since 2012.
Right.
The reviews have been pretty amazing. You know, and King has just come up with this stage set that is gorgeous. It's unbelievable what he's come up with, and it just looks so cool. And it's more than what most bands are doing now. You know, the music business is not so good, and everybody's kind of trying to get blood from a stone here. So they put up a backdrop and backline and play, and you know that's cool. It's a rock show and stuff. But you know, King puts up this amazing show, and people are blown away by it. You know, I think the fans really appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, and that's a thing too. Is I don't mind paying the money if there's something to go to see more than just the band playing, because you know you want to go see a show, and it seems to be that like King Diamond and mostly the metal guys still do the stage, you know, and the theatrics and stuff, and that's why I go to see a lot of metal shows, because they're better than the current rock scene. You know, nowadays guys are just up there with some amps and that nobody wants to see that, you know.
yeah, that's true. But you know, the bands that are making money and are getting some backing, they're putting on some pretty good shows, man.
Yeah, they are.
You know, I saw some video of a friend of mine just got a gig in a band called M83. I don't know anything about it. I guess it's like the indie scene. And so I'm interested because I know the girl. And I've been watching the videos, and I'm blown away. The shows and their light show and their sound is pretty awesome, So it's not dead yet,
Matt, do me a favor. Send me that band over there on Facebook for me, man, and I'll look them up, and maybe we can hook up with them. That would be sweet.
Yeah, dude, they're huge, man. They're like they just headlined Coachella.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I know who they are. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'll get it. Yeah, definitely would like to do that. But I want to ask you, man. Do you still get a rush up there, or is it just kind of like a day at work? Is it a day at work?
No.
It's still
no
rush,
fucking
huh?
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No fucking way, huh? Okay. You don't
You
don't take your briefcase with you.
Yeah.
No. A briefcase? No.
Do you have, like, I know this happens. A friend of mine, he's a drummer and he's kind of fills in for, artists and stuff. And when he goes to his gigs, the drum set's already there. Or do you have your own drum set, or do you have like a one of those endorsement deals where the set's already set up for you?
Well, through King, I've got endorsement deals for drums, sticks, heads, and cymbals. Right. It's not free.
Right.
I think that like the 80s are over, but Tama has been amazing to me, and they gave me that kit that I've been using for the last 3 tours. Mm-hmm. The one on Mayhem. It's a big black Tama Imperial Star, and it's just awesome. I just love it. So I'm going to be getting another one for the European tours. For this one, starting with this one, and so when I'm on tour with King, I have a drum tech. It's very professional. They're not going to make me set up my own stuff. So I mean, for the duration of the tour, I don't really do anything. I don't really have anything to do with it. It's totally amazing, man. I got one of the best drum techs in the business, and he means business. And it's like the drums are set up the same exact way every night, tuned, polished. I just show up and play. It's a total luxury. But most of the time I'm not on tour. I'm at home, and I'm busting my own gear, which is fine. I enjoy it. It's good exercise, etc. But and I have a few different drum sets at home that I use. I have mostly Tama maple shells, but I have a Premier Janisa, which is birch cells, and different drums for different situations.
And you need them. Some drums sound different. I know that. I was in a band one time where this dude had an electric drum set, and I hated it so bad. I didn't get to feel it. You know what I mean? And I don't. Do you like electric drums? Yeah. I mean, they don't sound.
You know what? To be honest with you, I do. I embrace all technology, and I think that if you got the money to pay for the top of the line electronic gear, which I don't, but you can really get some amazing sounds and do some really innovative stuff that you could do with acoustic drums, And then if you look at some of the stuff that Roland's doing, like integrating triggers and acoustic sounds and really some imaginative things, I think the sky's the limit, and that's a whole new direction that things are going in.
No, it is. But
what do you think about that? Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yeah, I'm going to put something in my pipe. Right now.
I already have something in my pipe. Thank you very much. I'll make room for you. I was gonna ask you, man. When you guys go over to Europe, man, you guys are gonna. You guys were just talking about your drum kit and how it's set up. Who is your endorsement? What drum kit do you use?
I use Tama. Tama is the drum company.
Okay.
They have a bunch of different types of shells. The one that I like in particular is the Star Classic Mate.
Did I miss something? You did.
That?
Oh, okay.
You did.
Yeah, that's a first for a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
What kind of sticks do you use?
Vic Firth. I've been using them for a long time, man.
Those are good. Those are good
Yeah.
sticks. Yeah, I tried. It was funny because when I first started playing music, I tried the drums first, and I thought I was good at it. And my dad, who was a guitar player, said, "You know what? Why don't you try something else? Because you ain't got no rhythm, kid." And
did he really?
Yeah. Well, it's how my father was. But then he taught me how to play guitar, and I was better at that, but not great. So, I mean, it was like he knew. I mean, he didn't stop me from playing music, but he kind of said to me, "That's not your thing." And maybe it wasn't. I don't know, because actually I fell more in love with the guitar when I started playing it personally, and it was kind of like the Eddie Van Halen, Alex Van Halen thing where they switched instruments and were automatically like, "Oh, wow, this is where I should have been," But I remember when I was trying to play drums and that, I thought I was the coolest guy in the world, just beating the shit away. It was cool, I think the drummer is cool.
You're right.
Boy, this guy is great. I'm loving this interview. This is fun.
You can't have a rock song without a drum. I don't care what people say. Like even like with the Prince song, even though it's not rock, when he did When Doves Cry, he took the bass completely out of that song, and the drums drove that song. He could have done that if he took the drums out. The drum is the backbeat and the soul of every song,
Hey, do you know Darling Nikki, where it's got like that double bass part? Man, I think that's him playing drums, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's awesome, man.
It is awesome. We were just talking about we don't give a shit if you're a Prince fan or not. You can't say shit about his music ability. He was very talented. Like his music or not.
I totally agree, man. Yeah.
And any guy that could play 23 instruments without anybody teaching him how to do it, goddamn, I couldn't even play one as good as he could play. You know what I mean? But that's why that's who he was. And
hard work, man.
It takes hard work. That's right.
We all say I got into music in the 80s, playing in bands and that, and you either got into it in the 80s to fucking, be somebody or for the sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And I did the sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah, you did. You did it in the right order, but it screwed you in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
You did it in sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and it should have been a little bit of rock and roll, maybe some sex, and I should really stay away from the dope. So,
well, you know what? Thank fuck we live in a country where that's an option.
Well, yeah. Thank God. Thank God we got. So what do you think about the big thing now, man? The trending thing is marijuana is going to become legal. What do you think? Do you think it'll be legal?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Do you care?
I do not know the future. I think that 2 nukes in our borders and bada bing, we swing to the right, and they're going to take the weed away.
And they're gonna take the weed away, right? Yeah, that'll be the end of that, right? Well, listen, I gotta ask you, man. Okay, I've been chomping at the bit to ask you this question for a long time now. You were nominated in 2007 for 2 Grammy Awards. One for best.
Oh, proud year. Sorry,
yeah, a good year for you. Best metal performance for King Diamond, Never Ending Hill, and then this is the one I'm curious about. You won one for Best Polka Album. Elaborate on that for me, please.
Okay, yeah, sure, man. Yeah, well, the town I live in, there is a band here called Brave Combo, and they are the most Grammy-winning polka band in the world. Mm-hmm. They have been on The Simpsons, and they have been on Futurama, because Matt Groening is a fan of them. So I've done certain things throughout the years with different members here and there. One of the things I did was a studio kind of last minute studio call to go in with Carl, who's the singer and kind of the leader of Brave Combo, the main songwriter and all that. And I recorded a few songs when he was just kind of doing demos and stuff. And he liked one of the songs so much that he put it on that album.
Oh, cool.
Which is called Polka's Revenge. That came out in 2007. The song I played on is called At the Polka Fest.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I just kind of snuck onto this album, and the damn thing got nominated for a Grammy. So technically, I am allowed to put it on my resume that I have 2 nominations.
2 nominations for Grammy.
That's pretty fucking awesome. Yeah.
It's an honor just to be nominated. Isn't that what they say?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Totally an honor.
Well,
Totally.
it has to be an
Totally,
honor,
man.
even if they're just people just saying it for bullshit reasons. You just think about it. How many bands are out there that only 4 people maybe get nominated? That is a huge accomplishment, you know.
You can fill your backpack with plenty on that. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. And we're gonna
Thank you.
We're gonna go ahead and play this tunage here and take a short break. So if you need to take a leak or whatever it is you need to do, man, get a bottle of water or something. We'll come back and close this thing out for you. Okay, you with me?
Yeah, very cool, man. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna. I'm gonna do. What the hell am I doing here? Introduce the song. Introduce the song for us, man.
What song?
Okay, yeah, the song that I requested.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my band Shaolin Disquine. We did a cover of "Death on Two Eggs" by Queen.
Nice.
Ready to go.
Right here on KGFRocks.com. This will be in our rotation, by the way. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back with Matt Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, KGFRocks.com. Kick-ass song, man. Fuck
he does.
yeah.
Queen,
Yeah, I
oh,
like
was
that.
funny,
That
man.
was fucking nice, man. I like that. You know, and I haven't,
Oh,
you know,
thanks.
I haven't had a chance to hear that all the way through yet.
You know what's cool about like Queen? Queen was a great band, and their singer is probably one of the like. There's not too many musicians out there that I'm so sad he's gone. Freddie Mercury's one of those to me because dude's voice was fucking phenomenal. You know, I mean, he could sing any song. And now, do you Queen's drummer? What's his name? Oh my God, John. Is it Deacon? No, not John Deacon's a bass player. Roger Taylor. Do you like his drumming style? What do you think of Roger Taylor?
I do.
Yeah. Well,
I happen to be a big fan of Roger Taylor's drumming style and his singing style and his overall performance style.
yeah, he's very good. So, did you like his song where he sang his debut "Love with My Car" song?
I did enjoy it very much. In fact, when I was a kid, I would play along to it and attempt to sing, which never ever went very well.
He is actually. People don't realize how good of a singer he really is, and he probably could.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think? I mean, you're a Queen fan, obviously. So, do you like the new incarnation of Queen? I do think that he's doing a good job. Adam Lambert.
Yeah, I went with my friend Stretch McGee, and we had a great time at the place. And man, did they put it on a show!
Yeah. Well,
Queen, baby.
Yeah, they still got it.
Yeah. And so Adam Lambert's pretty good. Is that who was singing for him?
Yeah.
Adam Lambert. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And he was pretty good.
He
is good, man. You know, he takes the whole Queen role very seriously.
Yeah.
And
well, they picked the perfect guy.
Great.
I remember a couple of years ago, I seen them. It was Queen plus Paul Rogers, and I was bored because Paul Rogers.
I wish I would have seen that. I love Paul Rogers.
It was a great show, but it was like it was almost like Queen. It was like a barroom band because it was like Paul Rogers doing the covers of Queen songs, and then Queen doing covers of Paul Rogers songs. Do you know what I mean? It was like Queen playing Bad Company songs, and then he was singing the Queen songs, but he was singing it like he would sing it if he was in Bad Company. So it was kind of confusing, if you know what I mean.
Look, I would have loved to see the show. Let me tell you something. In 1988 at JFK Stadium in Philadelphia, I saw Dylan and the Dead, and since then, every concert has been uphill.
I saw that show. I saw that here in Buffalo on July 4th of that year, and you didn't like it, huh?
Oh, my God. 10, 30, 50 hits of acid wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't matter,
Get me the hell out.
Get me the
It
hell
wouldn't
out.
matter. I just need to go home. Get me out of there.
Wow. Yeah, that was. I tell you what. One time I went to a Grateful Dead show. It wasn't that one. It was. It was Sting opening up for him. It was in the early '90s. I went with it, and here in Buffalo, New York, and 2 days later woke up in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, my God, dude. Okay, now listen. I went to see Jerry Garcia Band at the Man Music Center in Philadelphia and woke up in, where were we? Margate. I think we were in Margate, New Jersey. We're at the shore, you know.
Right.
That's where we woke up. That's so bizarre. It was the next morning. And there was some little old lady saying, "You boys better call your moms." We're like, what the heck? We were at the Jerry Garcia show.
Right. That's funny. Well, that's the thing too. And I went and we used to have a friend that, oh God, I hope nobody's listening. I'll get in so much trouble. But whose father was a dentist, and we used to clean his house before the Grateful Dead shows, or his not his house, but his office. And I don't know if you ever noticed those nitrous tanks, Mister.
Hey, you're listening to KGFRocks.com. You're listening to KGFRocks.com and the Conjugal Visit. If you're in the Spreaker page, if you're on the Spreaker page, you can IM in here. If you have any questions for Matt, let us know, okay? Okay, you guys can go back to talking again. I've said my piece.
I'm done.
Well, and then I remember we used to go into the stadium with the balloon, and the fucking cops used to pop your balloon before you go in. And he used to burst my balloon, God damn it,
Can't
Yeah,
have that.
it's a weird thing. I never saw those balloons down here in Texas. In Philadelphia, it was a huge thing. There was like territory wars in the parking lots with the guys selling the balloons, who had the tanks. And there'd be undercover cops, and this one would get busted, and so then this one would move in right away. You know.
And they're selling balloons, actual balloons.
It has nitrous oxide in it, free.
Oh,
Yeah,
nitrous
that's the thing, yeah.
oxide. Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, it's the dentist funny gas.
Everybody walking around laughing their asses off all
Oh, it
fucking
was
day.
great. I think
No, there were
5
people
hours.
with their heads hitting the pavement. People
Passing
Yeah,
out.
man, seriously, I mean, like every once in a while, clunk. Oh man, he was doing nitrous. Boom, we just passed out because it would give you like this head rush, you know, to the point where you're about to
black
pass
out,
out, or
yeah.
and more often than not, they would pass out.
They would, man.
black
Oh,
out.
wow. I'm telling you, that's how I got in Ohio. And I was like, I had no money. I had one fucking shoe. Yeah. And I'm like, my friend's like, why don't you just take the other shoe off because you're walking like a retard? I'm like, I don't know. You know? I mean, it was like out of the Pineapple Express or something. You know, like it was crazy. And then I got home. My mom's like, where the hell you been? I'm like, oh, I ended up in Ohio. She's like, oh, isn't the dead great? I'm like, yeah. Well, I'm in my early 40s, so my parents met at a Led Zeppelin concert. So, and my dad was a rock and roll DJ in the 70s on Buffalo Radio. So I've always been musically family. And if you were late because you went to see a rock show or something, it was okay.
It was all okay, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because
Hey, you guys,
Hey,
I thought we were going to talk about my drumming.
yeah, we got bored of that.
Cool, man. Most people do. That's just fine.
I'm just
Awesome, man.
yeah. No. But that's how we do the show here. We like to just banter and
talk about stuff. So, man, so you don't want to talk about anything bad, huh? Let's see.
Here's one for you. I know you're married now and
Engaged.
engaged now.
Almost. Yeah, practically married. For the most
we
part.
can go
Is she
before
gonna
you
go
met
on?
her time. But was there some groupies ever?
Groupies, yeah, I did, yeah, but it wasn't like, it was, I started touring in 2001 with King. So it was way past the Motley Crue video days,
Right.
Right.
So it was nothing ever like that. There was never any, like, crazy, like, I don't know. Nothing too crazy. It was more like a sad girl with daddy problems got too drunk and went off with somebody. That kind of thing. I don't know, yeah. But no, I mean, sometimes there was, I don't know.
So it wasn't like,
It's not like I'm really going to talk about it or anything.
I know. Well, we're trying,
There's nothing you're going to share with the audience, right? I mean, nothing you're going to share with the audience.
You're not in the air right now. No, just kidding. No.
No. Yeah, you can tell us, man. Yeah, I promise you're not going to be.
Yeah.
You can tell us all your secrets. So, is your fiance going to go with you on tour, or are you going to leave her behind to fend for herself?
Well, it's usually a mixture of the two. She has come on most of the tours so far. That
Okay.
I've gone on since we've been together. On this one, she's going to come out at some point. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. And do you guys set a date yet?
No.
No. Have you
Yeah.
talked about who's going to play at your wedding?
No. I want quiet at my wedding.
Get the polka band.
Get the polka band
that-
out there. Hey, they do. I bet you they do a really good duck dance. Yeah, that would be working.
Yeah, they do the chicken, they do the hokey pokey.
Yeah,
They're very
yeah,
famous
okay.
for that kind of thing,
Yeah,
actually. But we want to keep costs down, and they're very expensive.
Yeah, there are. Weddings are the most overpriced thing in the world, and I love it because I'm a wedding DJ. So thank you, wedding industry.
No, it's a racket, man. It's a
It
racket.
is a racket.
And the good thing is my fiance, it's her second wedding. So she's cool with, like, not having a big wedding and all that stuff, which I don't really care about at all. In one level I do, but no. So expensive, such a racket. What a waste of freaking money, man.
It is a waste of money. And I tell you what, like the weddings that I've played for that were like low budget, where even people's backyards and shit, I had better times at than the big fancy, stuffy weddings, where you feel like you can't even, you get something spilled on the table because you'll get thrown out or something, you know. But I just want a party. That's what I said when me and my wife got married. Let's just party. And I owned a bar at the time, so we got married at the Justice of the Peace and had a fucking big party at the bar I owned. And
we did ours at a park, and it rained all fucking day. But hey,
you always got to be miserable, you know.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. But rain on your wedding day is supposed to be good for you. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to bring you good luck. It's supposed to make you very fortunate when it comes to ways of money. Well, I'm still waiting. So
is bird shit on your shoulder, but I don't want that either.
Yeah, nobody wants to have bird shit on their shoulder. That's for sure. So when you get back from Europe, are you going to take a breather for a while and then get back out to it, or what are you going to do, man?
I'm going to go back to work, man. I got to work for a living.
You got to work for a living. Yeah, that sounds good. So are you're going to be? I hope, man, that maybe I can catch you guys, or at least one of the bands come to St. Louis, man. Help us out here.
Well, I mean, King just went. We played there twice, I think, or maybe even 3 times.
I don't know how the hell I.
Where were you?
I guess I missed it, man.
There's a reason why his name is Free Ride, because his head's in the clouds.
Yeah, the window's closed, baby.
Yeah, the window's closed.
You can come.
In the words of Jim Morrison, when they told him you'll never play, what's his name, Ed Sullivan again. He said, I already did. What the fuck do I want to do that for, right? The same thing with St.
Oh,
Louis.
yeah, because the whole girl, we couldn't get much higher. That was
right.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Now it's like, can you please not say I'm going to fuck her in the ass? I mean, what a big difference, you know?
What a big difference.
That's what I think Ed Sullivan would probably have a heart attack today.
Oh, yeah.
With the bands and stuff that are out now.
Well, they don't do that anymore.
Probably right, man.
They don't do that anymore, do they? I mean, they don't have those variety shows anymore. Those are the things of the past.
No, they don't. But they don't even need to tell you to censor shit out now, because now they
bleep it.
They delay it so they can bleep it out.
Yeah.
Just like Slash when he accepted his Grammy and every other freaking.
So if there was a TV, let me ask you this: if there was a TV show that the band were to get invited to, Saturday Night Live, whatever, what show would you like to be on, man? I always ask these asshole questions. Gotta make
what TV show would I want to be? Futurama, man. That's about it. And any other, all the TV shows that I would want to be on are out of syndication.
Right.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, Futurama, that would be killer.
Now, do you mean for King Diamond?
King Diamond or whatever, whatever band, I mean, it's like if you got invited to go on Saturday Night Live, something like that, or even the Tonight Show or something like that. What would you prefer? Yeah, what kind of a setting would you prefer? Saturday Night Live would be a blast, surrounded by all those comedians. That would be kind of fun.
Well, I would be happy about getting decent food for a week, because I really love the food in Manhattan.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of food, man, when you guys do a show, man, how's the layout out in the back? Is it like tacos or something, or whatever you guys want?
No brown M&Ms.
No brown M&Ms.
Yeah, it depends.
What superstitions do you have, man, before you go on stage?
Dude, let him answer one question.
Okay.
Wait.
First of all, he said, "What kind of food do you have?"
We have some pretty good food.
Is it like craft services or?
Well, I mean, the crew is fed, breakfast and lunch. I usually come in and steal a lot of the crew's food because I don't want to pay for lunch, and then for dinner, part of the deal is that the venue always gives or provides some kind of catering for the band, or we get a buyout.
Okay.
Which means that they give us some money and we buy our dinner wherever we want.
Right.
Oh, that's cool. So you pretty much, you're not eating.
Nothing very exciting. I'm very sorry, but we also have a thing called a rider, which we have in our dressing room. There's always like stuff we need, like water, and there's a couple of Red Bulls, and there's a few beers for after the show, and, that kind of stuff. Tea and coffee.
Yeah, like the most famous writer of all time, the Van Halen No Brown M&M writer. So none of that like off the wall kind of shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have the over to the right. Well, we have the Flacca pit, but we can't get Flacca anymore. So we're gonna have to think of something else.
Wait, Flacca? What the hell is that? I never heard of it.
I don't know. It's some stupid drug I read about. I think it's bath salts.
Yeah, it is.
It's a bad joke. It's a
good.
Bad
I've
joke.
never heard of that. That's very good for me.
You got it. He's over 50. Okay, so
Yeah, I take time to catch up. I'm on an automatic tape delay over here in St. Louis, so it's like.
Hold on, man. Did Guido just say you're over 50?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm over 50, man. I'm 58. I will be 59 in June.
Oh my God, you guys, I gotta go.
What? Come on, man. I'm
only 40. I'm only 40.
I'm kidding.
Well, you know what, Guido?
What's that?
We're gonna have to just extend an invitation to have Matt come back sometime. Maybe when you get back from Europe, unless you're too big, you're too big to be on our little show here, But
I got to come up with something to sell because these interviews are a good opportunity for me to try to sell something. I need some kind of product.
Yeah,
so let me think about it, and as soon as I do,
let me know, man.
Yeah,
let me know. Yeah, give me a product, man. I'll put it all over the place. You'll be able to get it anytime you want. But wow, it's been awesome having you on the show tonight, man. I mean, what a great.
Hey, man, I had a really good time, man. Thanks for playing that song for me, man. I really appreciate that.
After the show, it's going to be in our rotation, so it'll be played like at least once a day, if not more.
That's awesome. Thank you very much, man.
Yeah.
I love talking about King Diamond. It's the biggest thing in my life, man. Absolutely. But Shaolin's a band that we've been trying to get off the ground for a while. We feel like if we get it, if people hear it, they might like it,
Well, I'll tell you what, send us whatever you got, and we'll put it in our rotation. And what we do is the independent artists get mixed in right with the classic artists and the new artists. So people that are coming here to listen to Ozzy will also be able to listen to your music too.
Yeah, definitely. So you
I don't know if that's too cool.
Why not, man? Why is that not cool?
No, I'm just kidding. No, I fucking love Ozzy, man. You know what? We're playing. I think we're doing 2 festivals with Black Sabbath.
Awesome.
This summer. I can't even. I'm beside myself, man.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm beside myself.
Yeah, I would be too. I mean, that's going to be amazing. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
What would you do? Yeah. They were just looking for a drummer. You should have went and auditioned.
Man, I don't remember the guy's name who's playing with them now, but he's destroying it.
He's the guy from awesome. I can't remember either. He was in Brad Welk, is it? Or no, it's the Tommy Cluftoes, is it? Or what? Oh, I can't remember his name. It's the guy from Ozzy's band, I think. It was
no, it's not Mike Borden. I don't think it's not Mike Borden.
It's new drummer. He got him from the Rob Zombie band. And let me see. I'll tell you 1 second. Yeah, because it was Ozzy's drummer, and he got him back. What the hell? The internet's slow. But yeah, I know who you're talking about. It's and he's a good drummer.
Brilliant, man. He's just, I would rather have Bill Ward for sure.
Sure.
But wow, he's doing a great job.
Or even Vinny Appice. I don't know why they didn't go with him either. He's.
No, I kind of understand why. Vinny Appice would have been a good choice too. I agree.
I mean, just because.
But you know what, Vinny Appice, Black Sabbath for me is like it's Dio.
It's Dio all the way. And that's definitely. He was also in Dio. I mean, we can go on forever because Holy Diver is the album that really changed my mind on music. I was into the classics because of my dad with Zeppelin and all this stuff. And then when I heard Holy Diver, I was forever changed by what I wanted to do.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what, that era, Holy Diver, Last in Line, Power Slave, like Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman, and like God, there's those albums that came out during that time where it was just so awesome, man. It was so awesome for metal. And like also like Defenders of the Faith came out,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was still like
definitely, yes.
Yeah,
beautiful.
that changed my whole musical outlook. I wanted to be Kiss, and then after that, I wanted to replace Vivian Campbell and Dio.
Yeah, good luck with that.
But,
That's
yeah,
going to happen.
yeah,
That's going
well,
to happen. Yeah.
yeah.
But hey, listen, anything is possible. Look at this, man. We're having an interview with Matt Thompson of, you can't, that's a dream come true too, man. Sometimes we get sometimes we get starstruck with some of the guests that we have on. We had Gabby Ray on. We also had Mike LaPond on, and a little bit starstruck, a little bit, like kind of babbling. So, but we've been very comfortable with you, Matt. Is there any artist out there that would really just blow your mind to meet?
Any artists that you should hear? You mean that I would recommend?
Yeah, no, that you want to meet, that somebody that's still alive that you would just love to meet.
What? That I would love to meet? Someone that's still alive that I would love to meet. Michael Palin.
Really?
Michael Palin or Terry Jones?
Oh, cool. Terry Jones. Really?
Oh, wow.
Sweet. Yeah, that would be cool. Maybe that's.
I want to meet Jenna Jameson.
You want to see me? You want to see me go to jelly? You want to turn me into a quivering mass of uselessness?
Right.
Yeah.
Introduce me to Michael Palin or Terry freaking Jones, man.
Awesome.
Hey, man, I'm going to take off, you guys, because
Okay. Hey, listen. Thanks for being on the show tonight, man. We're running out of time, and again, Matt, thank you for taking time with us. Good luck on the tour this year. Have a really good time. Okay.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks for having me. I had a blast with you guys.
All right,
we'll do it again.
All right,
Definitely.
man. Thanks. All right. Thanks, man.
All right. Take care.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right,
Wow.
that was cool.
What a great interview. That was fun.
Yeah, because he got it. He got it, like how we like to do it. The banter. Yeah, because that's what it's all about. It's not just about
the music.
music.
It's about the music, but it's not about his. We don't want to get into too much of what the bands are doing and things like that. Everybody wants to know what they're doing. They can go to their website. They can go on Facebook. They can find out what they're doing. We already know this stuff. What we want to talk about is the inside, man. What's going on? How do you feel? What's been going on? We found out tonight he got engaged, for Christ's sake.
Right.
We're the first radio interview that he's ever done that that he said, "Oh, I'm engaged," which is very cool, man. Very cool. So, what'd you think, man? Pretty good.
I thought it was great. I liked him.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
And the fact that I like when we can banter with people and they don't take offense to things, because it's what we like to do. It's just the this conjugal visits, like we're sitting around the bar chilling with your friends.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Absolutely. No question about it. I had a really good time talking to Matt.
Absolutely. So what's going on, Mo Frere?
What's going on? Well, I can share some of this information with you. I've got some events that are coming up in the near future. At the end of this week, over at Pop's concert venue here in the St. Louis area. If you're in Undertow, we'll be here Friday night, and they are a Tool tribute band. It's the tribute series, and I've been invited to introduce the band that night. So
aren't you special?
I am very special. I feel good about that, man. They say, "Come on out, man, enjoy the show." So I'm going to go to that show Friday night, and I got lucky, man. I'm off Friday and Saturday, so
good for you.
I can recoup. So maybe I can stay out a little later than when the street lights come on. So that's always nice.
Yeah. And, your wife's going to let you do that?
Oh, yeah. She's going to let me do that. She's coming along with me.
Oh.
So she really likes Tool, so it's going to be a great show. So it's going to be fun. These guys are really good. They're friends of Rob's, and it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show. They're very good. I got a glimpse of them about 6 months ago, so they're very good. Yeah, it's going to be a good show. So what do you got going on?
Me, I'm
you put the thingy in with the thingy, and
I got some gigs coming up in the greater Buffalo area, because summer's upon us and people are graduating from high schools and colleges and stuff, and I get a lot of shows, and so there's a couple coming up, and that's cool, and I'm definitely gonna promote us with them.
Right, that would be nice. Yeah, that would be. Oh, and by the way, we're going to have our banner flying high over the show Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to kgfrocks.com flying right over top. And we got new bumper stickers. Okay? So later on next week, what I will do is we're going to have a bit of a contest. Not much of one. Not much of one, but
Mm-hmm.
just a little something, something. We're going to give away some bumper stickers, man, if you come in and talk with us. So that'd be nice. That would be
Yeah,
nice.
that would great.
Yeah.
So you gonna send me some of them?
Yeah, absolutely. This Friday, you'll be getting some in the mail. I'm going to send it to you through the U.S. mail. Yeah, and I won't send dead flowers either.
No,
That's
how
for
come?
sure. Yeah.
So he's been in the band since 2001, and right now he's besides King Diamond's guitar player Andy LaRock, and well, no, I guess they all. Wow, his band is pretty much the same members since 1985, and
Right.
Except for Matt came in 2000 and Mike Weed came in 91. So he's had a pretty good core of people, like
Right.
King Diamond, and he's had Glenn Drover play guitar for him. Glenn Drover is a great guitar player who do you know who else he played for?
Who?
Megadeth, Testament.
Testament. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, some great musicianship there.
Yeah, they rock it out, man. They rock it out. They definitely do. So I'm thinking to myself. The other day. What do you think about? Have you ever worked for a company that gave you sensitivity training?
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're getting ready to go through where I work.
Just you or everybody?
No, well, no, but there are a few targets on people's back, I believe. So yeah, I'm just curious. I've never had to go through that. What's it all about, Alfie? Where they talk about, do they use stick people on a chalkboard, or what can I?
Well, it's all different. I mean, there's different forms of it. Like, it's basically trying to get you to connect with other people and knowing that sometimes the words that you say can harm others. What it is that this country's become so politically correct and so worried about hurting somebody's goddamn fucking feelings that's why these do this. Back 20 years ago, you did something wrong at work. What the fuck's wrong with you? Do that right. And you know what happened? You did it right. Now people cry, he yelled at me.
Or he said the F word.
Right. I mean, come on.
Or he told a dirty joke.
Right.
Yeah, like this. What's 2 times 69?
You and me twice? I don't know.
No, 69 twice is 4 people having lunch.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can't say that. I'll give you $20 if you say that at the sensitivity training.
You give me 20? You're going to have to give me just a little bit more than that. Just
All right,
a little bit more.
All right, 25.
25? Okay. All right, I'll do it.
Yeah, I know you will. Connie will kill me.
Actually, I heard that joke at work today, so
Right.
it was pretty cool. Yeah, they're.
Yeah, so yeah, but sensitivity training is the new part of the corporate thing, and it looks good for these companies that say, "Oh, we do sensitivity training." Now, the old way was we offer sensitivity training where you had a choice or whatever, but now they're making you do it. And in your industry where you are talking to the general public too, I guess it makes it even more of a issue or a thing.
Yeah, in the retail environment, see, we're not a beauty parlor. We're auto parts, for Christ's sake. That's almost like working on a fucking construction site.
Yes and no, because the auto parts store is not like the auto parts store was 25 years ago.
No.
Women come into auto parts stores a lot more now than they used to.
Yeah, and a lot of more women work in that environment
True.
as well now, because
Right.
it's retail. It's no longer auto parts. It's
No.
retail.
Absolutely. And, so that's another thing, a lot of women are now buying their own, like back in the 70s and the 80s, you needed hardware, or you needed auto parts, your husband or boyfriend or whatever. It's not like that anymore. Right now, if I'm doing some work on the house, or my wife's on her way home from work, I'll say, stop at Home Depot and pick up an elbow for the sink. She goes and does it. it didn't happen like that before. You know what I mean?
Right,
It was,
right.
and now it's different. So these companies are offering or giving out the sensitivity training and customer service training differently now. Because when it was the hardware store, you'd have a bunch of guys standing there telling the dirty jokes. You know,
Right.
now that the women and children too are in these stores a lot more than they used to be, are around. Certain things do have to change, and I agree with that. I mean, I don't want my kid to walk into a store and the guys are talking about eating some girl out or something, and my kid's 9 years old. She don't need to hear that.
Right.
You know.
No, you don't want to hear that either. Anyway.
Right. So yeah, I agree with some of it, but what's happening now is like if I'm in the break room or the smoke room and I say a dirty joke, I shouldn't be criticized for it. I'll apologize if it offended you. I'm sorry, but I shouldn't lose my job over it.
Right. Exactly.
You know. And that happens now.
Yeah, it does. It does, and people will report you too, man.
Mm-hmm.
They won't even flinch. They will. I'm telling you right now, they will rat you out in a New York frickin' minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's still to this day, it's like with everything, it's all hearsay, and I don't understand how you can get fired for hearsay. You know what I mean? Like he called me this or whatever. Do you have proof that I called you that? You know,
do you have any proof?
Right.
I mean, and I've seen them. I've seen instances where. What do you think about this scenario? I was going to ask you about this. A female employee is working with a male employee very closely. Okay,
right.
I'm not going to go into details. And she says out loud that I wish I could get rid of this guy. And then the next thing you know, you've got HR at your store or at your place of business questioning a shitload of people about, have you ever heard any wrong sexual advances? Have you heard anything like this? And blah, blah, blah. Now, I understand that you to be protected, but let's not forget where that's coming from, man. I mean, some folks are using that to destroy lives, man.
Sure, they are. Sexual harassment is a bad thing, and I'm not condoning sexual harassment.
No, neither am I.
If people are being sexually harassed, they shouldn't be. But there is every sexual harassment case valid? No. There is crying wolf because you don't like somebody, and that's bullshit. Because a woman should not be sexually harassed. They should not. They should not be. But a woman should not also falsely accuse somebody of that either.
Right. That's true. That's true. I mean, to use
that's
that
worse.
to end a man's career, a person's career. I'm not going to say a man because it goes both ways.
Oh, it goes both ways. I'm not going to say. Actually, yeah. Let me rephrase that because nobody should be sexually harassed, male or female, and male or female shouldn't falsely claim sexual harassment either. So let's put it that way because I'm not trying to
single out women.
Right,
no,
right.
And neither am I. But I think if you use that to destroy someone's career or quite possibly their life, that's low down.
But you know what sucks is I want to be sexually harassed and I never fucking get it, man.
I know. I just once. I wish a female employee would grab my ass.
Right.
Are you scared?
I don't even care if one of the guys do. Just something. Come on,
Or maybe even I don't know, just a slap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not to make a joke about it, but some things. It's funny because I got this is a funny story and it's a true story. I was in a place I worked and I was sitting with the guys. I was working in the maintenance department.
Right.
And I told this dirty joke, and at the other pick table away, this lady heard it, this other coworker, and she went and reported it, and they were going to bring me up to sexual harassment charge. I'm like, why? I didn't fucking sexually harass her. I didn't say nothing to her, and I didn't do nothing to her. I didn't even realize she was sitting on the other side of the wall, and I did it,
Yeah.
So I got off on it because I really didn't realize that she was there because I probably wouldn't have done it. But all I did was told a dirty joke, and I was going to lose my job over it, and that's bullshit.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, it takes a little bit more than that to lose your job. I mean, you would think. I mean, if it's something nasty and derogatory and directed at that person, hey, that's a legitimate claim. That's something that shouldn't be tolerated from both sexes.
Right.
but to hold it over someone's head and to use it as a tool to destroy a career, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. No matter who's doing it, doesn't matter. Well, listen, we talked that one to death.
Sure.
Yeah, that was pretty good conversation there, man. Hey, listen, we talk about all kinds of stuff here on Conjugal Visits. I mean, we just don't, do the interviews, which are great. Okay, especially tonight, man. This is fucking awesome. But to have a conversation like that with my good friend Guido, that's awesome, man. I can't ask for anything more.
That's twice you called me your good friend. Well, stop with that.
Okay, well, see, people are going to get the wrong idea, but folks, we're too far apart to make us worry.
No, I agree with you. Our friendship has blossomed over the years. We have, we got the lucky chance of meeting by a mistake, fate, whatever. We both worked for a prior radio station and became good friends and moved on. And I'm so glad that we moved on. And because we did good. And the thing of it is it's like yin and yang. None of us, we never agree, people. We never do. And
no, we rarely do. But we still maintain a radio station and a Sunday night show.
But that's what
week.
You need. If you have two people that agree on everything, it's going to be shit.
Right.
Because not one person has all the answers. It's better to fight it out, angry or whatever, get mad, say, I'll talk to you later. And then think about it and say, oh, shit, that might be a good idea. And then do it because sometimes that works. Most times that works.
Right. Well, I want to take a second here to thank Donna Labatt. And Donna Labatt, she made this interview tonight possible. Thank you to Donna for that, for all the help. I want to thank MJ420 for joining us tonight and talking about a very cool subject, which was Prince. And most especially want to thank Matt Thompson for joining us tonight. Bravo, man. What a great interview. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. And if you missed the interview part of this, we're going to be plastering it all over the friggin' place. You're going to see it on our website at www.kgfrocks.com. You can also catch it on Facebook, and it'll be on our main page on Facebook. It'll be on our group page on Facebook. It's going to be all over the fucking place. So
it's be everywhere.
Yeah, be everywhere. And tell your friends about us, too, okay? Because we depend on you, word of mouth. If you enjoyed tonight's show, which I know I did, and I know Guido did, and I know Matt had a good time, so share it with a friend, okay? Tell them you got to catch this show, okay? We really do appreciate it. We got about 5 minutes left. Do you want to do the schedule for us, Guido?
Do I want to? Yeah.
Do you want to do the schedule for us?
Turn on the radio tomorrow, and there'll be music on.
There'll be music on. It's Monday night. Tomorrow night is the Metal Anima.
With Rob Boyer at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
6 o'clock Central.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then Tuesday we have, what's her name? Oh, Diamond, that's right. Yeah. Diamond in the afternoon, right, for lunch.
Diamond.
I love the way she does her show, man. She fucking, you hear pots and pans clanking, you hear silverware and glasses being clanked. I think it's really cool. I think it's awesome. And then, of course, Wednesday afternoon we have our friend Wild Bill. But this week, Wild Bill is out.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he is out. He will be out for the next, I think this next week. I think he's coming back next week. So we will see him back. I think he comes back on the 2nd. He's on vacation this week, which is cool. Everybody needs a vacation, especially our DJs, man. They work tirelessly. And by the way, they don't get paid to do these shows. And then Wednesday night, we have you, sir, the king of everything rock and roll, King Guido. And what time is your show?
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, and then Thursday we have our good friend Mr. Bad Habit, and his show starts at what time? Do you know?
No.
8 o'clock.
Yeah,
Eastern time. 8 o'clock Eastern, and then Friday night we have our good friend Diamond. And next week, I will be doing a show on Friday afternoon. So I will be on Friday afternoon. You can catch me at 11 o'clock Eastern Time in the midday. Okay? So we'll play until 1. Do a free brunch show kind of thing. So
really? That's unusual for you.
Yeah. Well, I don't, I'm in retail, man. That's the way it is, man. There's no getting out of it. I mean, if I'm scheduled to work, I got to work, man. So, I'm lucky. Yeah. I'm a very lucky individual that I can get Sunday nights off.
Yeah.
And I praise my boss for that. She took a lot of criticism, and she didn't have to do it. And I thank her, because this is my religion, this is my life, and this is what I love to do.
Yep.
And hopefully it reflects in our shows. So
Yeah, it does. It does.
next week, I'm not really sure who we're going to have, but the possibilities are. The possibility of having next week, we will have Veronica Friedman, and Veronica Friedman is with what's the heck? Oh, I know what the name of the friggin' band is.
I'm not helping you.
I wasn't ready, man.
No, I'm not helping you.
You're not helping me.
No.
You know who she is, don't you?
No.
You're just pulling my leg.
Yeah, but you know what? What we're going to do too, if next week if we don't have a guest, we're going to do a special show. We'll do another album review show.
Another album review. So if we don't have a guest next week, we'll be doing that. But Veronica should be on, and I know they're here somewhere. Benediction. She's with Benediction, lead singer from Benediction. That's the
you got
name
it.
of the band. Okay, so we're going to try and get her on and confirm that this week and do an ad for it. And otherwise, we will be doing an album review. And also coming up, and I believe it is going to be set for Saturday on May. Let's see, the May 8th. On Saturday, May 8th, I'm going to be doing a video interview with my good friend. Yeah.
I thought I was your good friend.
Well, you're also my good friend, but the lead singer from Red, and we're going to be doing a video interview. So tune in for that as well. There'll be plenty of posts on that abounding. Okay, so Eddie Chris will be my guest.
And Eddie Chris had some hand in our beautiful stickers, didn't he?
Oh, yes, he did. I did want to mention that. Yes, I want to send out a very special thank you to Eddie Chris and Bobby Deskins of Red. They made our bumper stickers, man, and they look fucking cool. If you haven't seen them, man, you got to check them out. We'll be handing them out. Hopefully, we'll see them on the highways and byways all over America, and make us a household name. That would be very cool.
You know what? It would be, and I think, like you said, when you send them here, I'm going to get them plastered all over, cars in New York, and then we'll send some to Oklahoma, where we got what do we got?
We got Phoenix, Arizona. We got Oklahoma. We've got Utah, Salt Lake City. We've got Buffalo, and we've got St. Louis.
Yeah.
Okay, and if anybody else wants some out there, you can go to www.kgfrocks.com and go to contact. Is that what it is? Contact us?
Yes, contact us.
Contact us. Send us your address, and I'll send you a couple in the mail. I've
There
got
you
spares.
go.
Yeah, I'll send you a couple in the mail. Just let me know. That way you can share, okay? All right, man. Well, listen, we've beaten this one to death. We're out of here. This is Conjugal Visits, KGFRocks.com. Thanks for listening, everybody. Good night.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Have you had your conjugal visit this week? Well, then you need one. Join us live for Conjugal Visits, streaming through Spreaker, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. right here on KGFRocks.com. Conjugal Visits feature rock personalities, musical groups, and celebrities that are making the world rock right now. Don't miss Free Ride and Guido. It's the perfect diversion for a Sunday night, right here on KGFRocks.com, keeping the music alive.